ShopChat! ShopChat!
In January of 2003, a quartet formed that would become one of the most famous, or possibly the most famous quartet in the entire Sweet Adelines International Society. Over 13 years, these ladies have performed in many different places with many other famous people. Unfortunately, they have announced their retirement for later in the year of 2018, but we are very lucky to have them here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2005 International Queens of Harmony, The Buzz.
Thank you, Jess.
Oh, that was such a nice introduction. Thank you. You wrote that, read that just the way I wrote it. Thank you so much.
I got it.
So you want us to sing, did you
All
say?
right,
let's
awesome.
do it. Don't worry what tomorrow morning's papers say. Throw all your cares away. Stand the place on its head. Paint the town red and take your bow. Grab that buzzy feeling. We're gonna hit the ceiling with a power right now. Hey, let's get the party started here and now. Here and now. Here and now. Wow. Let's get the party started here. Get this party started here and now. Let's party hardy right now.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you. Thank you for
sitting.
singing this in.
Yeah. Should hear her hold it when she stands up.
Well, my first question for you all, for each of you, is what was your barbershop background? What got you into barbershop? Ms. Karen, why don't we start with you?
I grew up singing. Our family had a singing group, and then I sang in school and church and found barbershop and just loved it immediately, hooked immediately, sang in quartets and then became chorus directors and
In the Chicago area, which
Yeah.
is a big hotbed of barbershop. Yeah.
led to kind of an administrative role in Sweet Adelines. I was international president back a while ago.
Oh, wow.
And on the faculty.
She
And,
makes us do that.
Yeah. So barbershop's been in my blood for a long time.
All right, that's awesome. Ms. Jeannie, how about you?
Yeah, I joined up in 1973, and it was just going to be like a 6-month gig for me. But here it is 45 years later, and I'm still here. I did not grow up in a singing family, but I always enjoyed singing and picked up the guitar when I was 16 and did a lot of gigs in the New York area and in Boston. So that was my background. But as soon as I came, same as Karen, as soon as I arrived at Sweet Adelines with the harmonies, and I never looked back.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Ms. Debbie?
Yeah, I grew up with my family also singing gospel music. My dad was a minister, and so he sang the bass part, and all my sisters and my mom and I sang all the other parts. And then I did musical theater in high school, and I loved musical theater too. So when I found barbershop, it was like this perfect combination of the harmony from gospel and the character from musical theater, and
Yeah.
I just loved it too. So I joined like my second year in college, and that very first quartet became Showtime, which was my previous quartet, and I stayed with them for almost as long as we've been together too. So
Wow,
yeah,
awesome.
2 quartets.
Ms. Nancy?
Well, I didn't grow up in a singing family either. And when I was in high school, my next door neighbor said, "Why don't you join the choir with me?" And I'm like, "Choir? Well, I guess I could try it." So I joined the high school choir and became really interested in harmony. I sang soprano too. And then 3 other friends of mine, when we were seniors in high school, decided to be in a talent contest one year. And we decided we would be a barbershop quartet.
Oh,
But
that's
we
cool.
didn't know anything about barbershop. We didn't know there were women that did this. So what happened was, in the talent contest, we came in third in the talent contest, and there was a woman from Sweet Adelines in the audience.
We're everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And they're everywhere. And she came backstage after the contest and said, "You guys ought to join Sweet Adelines."
She said you don't have to dress like men to be.
Yeah, dressed like men. Yeah, we had men's shirts with red electrical tape stripes down it, and one
Mustaches.
mustaches,
Really?
hats, the whole thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They look like Main Street.
Main Street.
We did.
They
Female
cross-dressed as
version
Main
of
Street.
Main Street. So anyway, she came back and said, "We ought to join Sweet Adelines," and so we went to a chorus rehearsal one night, and that was it. And that was in
Wow.
'73.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
It's very interesting how some of you didn't have any singing families or singing backgrounds. You just sang.
We
That's
found
found
and
it.
found it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Found
Yeah,
it.
somehow you find it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Recessive genes.
So I was wondering, what's the story behind the buzz? What brought the buzz together?
I don't know. You two guys.
Well,
I'm-
we all knew each other because we had been in quartets previously that had been fortunate enough to win international. Jeannie and Nancy sang together in City Lights, and Karen was in a quartet called Jubilation, and I was in Showtime. And we knew each other from the Coronet Club, which is the female equivalent of the AIC chorus, the Association of International Champions. So we had met through there, and when we kind of decided, we might want to all sing again in our own lives, we just, through discussions and other friends telling us, hey, this person's looking for, we said, this is a long distance thing, let's just try it. And then we loved it.
It took about 4 measures.
yeah.
We're good.
Let's do
We're
it.
good.
Yeah,
Let's
they
go.
sent the Jersey girls some music, and we learned it, and literally.
Yeah, we flew down
The
here
fir- yeah.
to Florida for our first get together.
Wow.
And after like 4 measures, somebody said, "Did you hear the buzz?"
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's
That's
how you
where
came up with the
it
name.
started.
Yeah.
Oh,
Name's
that's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So my next question for you all. So I know that you have done so many performances over the years, and I was wondering, what are some of your favorite memories or shows that you've done together?
Right now.
We have a tradition that
Yeah.
usually at the end of a weekend we say, what's been your favorite moment so far? And that's how we always answer. Right.
Right.
Oh,
now.
right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right here on Shot
And-
Chat.
And
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. We've cherished every moment that we've done. We've been to so many different countries and met so many people and sung with so many great quartets and singers, and but along the way, maybe because we had the experiences we had before, we said we're going to cherish every moment, and every moment we're together. So now that it's coming to an end, I feel like I'm not cheated. Like I feel like
We savored it.
we savored
Yeah.
it every second.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very nice.
And there is
great.
something to loving the song you're singing and the people you're with and the place you are instead of dreaming about past or even the future. We really
Yeah.
have enjoyed the moments.
There's
Oh, that's
actually
awesome.
one moment that stands out for me, and that was when we were in Germany,
In Dortmund.
in Dortmund.
I know
And
what you're going to say.
we had done a lot of schools, a lot of regional schools, and one of the songs that we taught at every single one of those schools is It's My Song. And we were in this big open lobby area where the auditorium was, and somebody came up to us and said, "Can I sing It's My Song with three
just one
others of you?"
person.
Just one person
Yeah.
came up. So we started singing it, and it was like one of those flash mob
yeah.
things where one other person would start singing and another person would start, and before you knew it, the
From
end-
balconies.
From
And-
There was
balconies.
a glass
I mean,
balcony
yeah.
up top, and women were like at the edge, and just it was
Wow.
just
Jumping, they were jumping off.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Oh, boy.
No, I'm just
But
kidding.
Into the
we
crowd.
realized how many people we had taught that song to.
Yeah.
It was
And
special.
yeah,
And
that
so
was
we
a
all
happening.
started to hold hands around this whole lobby singing this song, and I mean, I have chills now
Yeah,
thinking about it
yeah.
because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, these are people from all over the world, and they know this song, and we started this,
And it was
just,
the first song we ever learned
Yeah.
where somebody
It was-
said,
it
"Did
was
you hear
huge.
the buzz?"
That's
Yeah.
one of
It
those
was on
things.
that
That's
song.
one of
Yeah.
those moments that I will never ever forget.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't have planned it that well. Believe me.
Yeah.
We would have screwed it up somehow.
Wow. That's amazing.
It was really
It was
just so fun.
Yeah. Especially the fact that it's the first song that you sang together too.
So
Yes.
nostalgic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
That was neat. And the Coronet Club last week was a pretty amazing moment. We did our last Coronet Club show, and Karen and our fifth member Doe put
We call
together.
her Cinco because she's the fifth member.
Yeah.
of the
Oh,
quartet.
cool.
So Karen and Cinco put together a slideshow, and one of our songs is "The Curtain Falls," which is from the movie Beyond the Sea. Bobby Darin sang it, and Kevin Spacey sang it in the movie. But anyway, it's about the end of a performing career. And so that was what was played, and then we came in just on the tag. I couldn't have sung the whole song, but we came in on the tag and then sang a couple other songs, and the audience was very kind. It was really neat.
We get a little weepy on certain songs, I think. That
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough this week.
Wow, that's
lots
awesome.
of great
That's
great
great.
memories.
So, do you have any routines or anything that you do to prepare for a performance, or do you just go on and wing it?
We like to eat.
So
and
do
pray.
I. I like eating as well.
Eat and pray. Yes.
Eat and pray, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we always pray.
We always pray backstage before we go on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And which
Yeah.
helps us a lot. And if any one of us is having vocal issues or something else, when we pray, we just add a little extra for that person who needs a little extra help that day, and it helps. I mean, it really helps me when I go out on stage. It's just
we wouldn't go without it.
It centers
Definitely
us
helps.
together and reminds us why we're doing it and why we've been blessed to be able to do it, just to have this opportunity to sing together. So it's good to recenter.
Focus, but we
Very
do
true.
warm up and do certain exercises that we've done for the last 15 long
Long
years.
years, yeah.
Yeah.
That have worked for us,
Yeah.
taking parts of songs and singing, certain segments of them and warming up on the same thing that everybody is doing, warming up in vowels and matching and those things. We haven't forgotten that.
Yeah,
And we're still
always be
trying.
doing
we're still
working on
We're
it.
gonna get it someday.
Still working on it.
Maybe today.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, praying definitely helps to center
Yes.
everything. Definitely.
We did not form this quartet to win another crown. We formed it to make music and touch people and make friendships, and so it's our way of dedicating our quartet to God.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And the crown is a little bit of a perk, though. You know?
Yeah, a fringe benefit.
We didn't turn it down.
Yeah.
A little gift from the Lord.
And the judges.
And the judges. Yes. So my next question. So you announced your retirement way in advance. How does that positively or negatively affect how you wanted to end your career with this quartet?
We're going out the way we wanted to.
Right. We wanted to be in charge of our.
Demise.
It's not a good word to use.
Sorry.
We didn't want to fizzle.
Right.
We wanted to be in charge of our exit.
We wanted
How's
to
that?
go out with a buzz.
There we go. Going out buzzed. No, with a buzz.
That's what I wanted to call the last CD, Buzzkill. Wouldn't that have been great?
Yeah.
Buzzkill.
Yeah.
I don't think there really was anything negative about announcing it 2 years in advance, because it was easier for me personally knowing that I got 2 more years. Well,
all
the
of a
2 more
sudden
years
it's
just
here.
Yeah.
flew.
Yeah.
But it also allowed us to get a lot more gigs, because people were saying, "Oh my gosh, they're retiring. We want them on our show before they retire."
Yeah.
And we just decided that in this last year we would take every show that came along.
Which we've never done. We've always done one a month and
Yeah.
paced ourselves because we have families and other obligations. And this last, like Nancy said, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
This last year, we just said, let's take whatever. So it's been 3 a month. We're tired. We're tired, but it's fun.
It's almost done.
Yeah.
You're almost there.
Exactly.
5 weeks in a row.
Racing to the finish.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shows.
We're
We used
very-
to be so excited to see each other. Now we walk in the room and say, "Didn't I see you
Yeah,
like
you
5
again?"
days ago?"
I'm done with you guys.
We actually
I'm
had
done.
12 shows within the last 16 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, we got 5 more to go.
Yeah.
5 more.
6 counting
5 more.
today, so 5
Yeah.
after this.
Yeah.
6? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, moving towards the end here, I got 2 more questions for you. Whether you think so or not, most think of you all as icons, both as individuals and as the quartet. So I was just wondering, who are some of your icons, and who do you think will be the next icons for the Sweetheads Adeline Society?
I was thinking Joseph DeRosa.
Yeah, for barbershop in general.
I'm not sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Gosh,
we do
that's
have our heroes of the past, and you
And the
look at the
future.
future. We
Oh my
have
gosh.
this international we just came back from. Here's these amazing young women singing Debbie's Daughters Quartet and the quartet that just won, and I mean, wow, there's talented youth of both genders that are going to take us into the future. Barbershop's looking good.
Awesome.
My personal idol was always Connie Noble, because when I first joined, she was just amazing, and still, she was just amazing.
Yeah.
And
We miss her.
I miss her, and I think about her a lot when I'm on stage, because she just had this way of just floating the notes up there singing tenor, and she just looked so easy, so easy, so accessible, so nice, and so Connie was always my idol. I was like, I want to be Connie someday.
Oh, that's great.
I'm singing with my icons, so
Oh, there we go.
Aw.
Thank
That's
you.
sweet.
Life's
That's
good.
awesome.
You're still only getting a 4th.
There you go.
That's a funny story.
Yeah.
Remember when? No, well, you're still a fourth place medal. At
yeah, it is still a medal.
It's
Oh,
still
yeah.
a medal when
When you're in fourth place.
I don't know if that story should
I'm
come
going
out.
to tell that on the video.
Some things are private.
All ages. All ages.
Yeah.
All right.
But-
So my last question for you all. So what's next for each of you as you move on from the buzz?
I sing in a wonderful chorus that I adore, and so I'm just going to put all of my energies into that chorus, Harmony Celebration in Region 15, and I've got lots of family, and now I can, especially after these last 16 weeks, I can finally go to football games and wrestling matches and lacrosse games and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. You know,
that's
just because that involves travel and stuff, and just traveling in general.
Yeah. That's cool.
So it'll
And
be
I don't
fun.
think people understand too that we miss a lot of things in our families to do this on weekends. I've missed communions with my nieces and my nephews, communions and confirmations. I mean, things that you don't really think about, and weddings, and because this was already on the the buzz was already on the books for that particular weekend, and something would come up and me, I'm so sorry I can't come. And so my husband's been going to weddings and things like that alone without me, just to so going forward, I think I'm going to be doing the same thing, is finally being able to spend more time with my grandchildren and family things. And I think I haven't been in a chorus now since Renee Craig had left Ramapo Valley, and so I think I may join a chorus and just become Molly member in a chorus.
That'll never happen.
I'll see. Hey, is that Nancy? You're watching the chorus.
Some chorus would be really lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Deb?
We're
Yeah,
taking
come on,
bids
Deb.
on that if anybody wants to bid on having me. I'm going to sleep.
She's so
I'm gonna
busy. This
sleep
lady
a
is so busy.
lot.
I don't know.
I still have a few years left to teach high school choir, so I'll be still, teaching, and that's a full-time plus job all by itself. So I feel like I'll do a better job at that because I'll have more time to be involved. And I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be coaching maybe a little, and I'll still be involved in Barbershop. Actually, there's some local musical theater in my town, so I'm kind of interested in that.
Oh,
So we'll see.
Be cool.
that'd be cool.
We'll come see you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And I'm going to keep up. I do quite a bit of coaching and teaching, and hope to still do that, maybe do a little more. And
Yep.
I direct a small ensemble at our church, and maybe get more involved in the music at our church.
Oh,
And
yeah.
see Bob a
all
little
over
more.
the world. Yeah.
Would be nice.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, so ladies, we thank you so much for being
Hey,
here
really
today.
quick, JoJo.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, everyone in the world.
Look who's here!
Hi, guys.
Hey,
So,
Tony
so I just
DeRosa.
wanted to make sure and say how proud I am of you, because years ago, I interviewed all these ladies actually for one of their first CDs that they did. And to see my son sitting here taking up the same thing at the end of their amazing career is really, really pretty cool. So I'm proud of you.
is.
But thank you very much for being so gracious
Thank
to the
you.
DeRosas
Thank you very much.
and allowing my son to have a chance to do that. It's
And it
pretty
is the
cool.
same four of us, older and wiser. But it's another generation
Exactly.
of DeRosa.
I haven't aged. I just had a son. Thanks for that, you guys. Keep going.
That thought crossed my mind earlier, and what it meant to me was that Joseph had to ask these questions again. He obviously never listened to our CD, so he's in a little bit of trouble right now too.
Well, ladies, would you be willing to close off today with our Shop Chat tag?
Sure.
Awesome.
Shop chat. Shop chat.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for being on the show with us, giving up your time. I know you got a lot to do.
It was a
before
pleasure.
everything.
Yes,
It was so much fun.
You're
Thank you.
great
Thank
at
you very much.
this.
Yes.
Thanks
Wow.
for doing
I'm
this.
just a
career.
stand-in. I'm just a stand-in.
Oh no, you
We
should do
wish
it.
you all the best of luck with this.
Thank you very much.
Let us,
Thank
let
you.
us know if we can help you in any other way.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Shop Chat. We'll see you on the next one.